Hello. I am Robert O'Crook from the Digital Nomads Forum. So in my 3 years of traveling around the world, I have had a pretty good time. I haven't had too many things go majorly wrong. In fact, I've had some of the most amazing experiences in my life. But in this video, I wanted to share with you a short story about the time where I said, fuck it, like I am done with this. I am giving up. I don't want this anymore. So I was in Bali. I was in the beach town of Canggu, and I was staying at this place called Serenity Yoga. It's kind of like they've got like a yoga studio and food and meditation space and a pool, and then they've got lots of like private rooms and shared accommodation. And so I had been eating food like I always do, and that night I got sick to my stomach, like food poisoning. And so I've gotten food poisoning before in Canada, which is where I'm from, and I've actually had it a few times in different places I've been to around the world, but this was the worst I've ever had it. So I'm at Serenity, I'm in Canggu, I'm getting sick, and so eventually, I wake up at night and kind of bring myself to the bathroom because I know it's not going well. And if you've ever had food poisoning, I won't get too graphic, but basically I'm having like explosive diarrhea and I'm starting to puke. And so the other thing is that I don't actually have a bathroom in my room. I was in a private room, but there was a shared bathroom for me and some of the other private room people. So I'm in this bathroom and it's kind of gross, to be honest. Like, it's not well cleaned. It's pretty, just a little bit dirty and grungy, and maybe not like the cleanest bathroom you've ever used. So I'm sitting on the toilet, and then I pull the garbage bin in front of me, and I'm just dying. So I'm like dying on this toilet, like bent over like this, and it's pretty terrible. But I'm on there for a few hours, like sitting there, and eventually I get so tired and weak that I'm starting to like kind of just lean on my legs, my knees, so I can like kind of rest, like almost like collapsed rest on the toilet, like almost to sleep, because I'm literally just so dead and exhausted. And at this point, I'm getting so sweaty. I'm like sweaty because of all the action my body is going through. I'm sweaty because it's Bali and it's hot at night and there's no air conditioning in this bathroom. So I'm trying to rest here, but I'm literally so sweaty that my arms and torso is like sliding off of my legs. Like I didn't have enough traction to even just lay and sit there. Just so exhausted and so dead. And so then the mosquitoes come. So then there's these vicious swarm of mosquitoes who are just like relentlessly attacking me. And at first I muster up just enough energy to, swat them away and whatnot. But eventually I'm too weak. I'm literally just so exhausted from this food poisoning, tired, mosquitoes, that I'm sitting up like comatose and giving up on the mosquitoes. So I'm just getting killed by the mosquitoes and puking and crapping myself. And it was in some of those moments during those hours where I literally was like, fuck this. I was like, this is not worth it. All I want right now is to be in my home country, like pretty much curled up in a bathtub or in the shower where I can just out of both ends and like give up. And it was like something broke, kind of snapped in my mind in that evening, and I was like, I'm done. Eventually I felt good enough to go back to my bedroom and pass out and go to sleep. And luckily I can say in the morning that I didn't want to give up. I didn't want to go home. And for me, I guess what I wanted to share with this story is that, safety and mediocrity, which we often get and experience when we just stick in our home country, are great, but the adventures and life-changing journey you can go on through travel that's empowered and enabled through remote work as a digital nomad are priceless for me. And for many of you watching, you maybe feel this as well. You've got that wanderlust. You want to see the world. You want to explore. And so these things happen. You get sick. Stuff happens while you're traveling. But it's no different than your life already at home, where other things happen. You might not get as sick as often. There might be different challenges, but challenge is universal. It's not only in one location in one country. It might present itself more often in certain ways in one country or location, but it's prevalent everywhere. So if all you have to lose is getting sick from time to time and facing a challenge, then you have nothing to lose and everything to gain on the journey of your lifetime, exploring the world, living a meaningful life, working on projects that you care about, living potentially as a digital nomad. So my name's Robert O'Crook. I hope this story was at least amusing. Maybe the end part was a little inspiring for you in your own journey. My invitation to you is to please join my Digital Nomads Forum Facebook group. It's a free community with over 9,000 members, and I've really put a lot of work into making it all about sharing our stories with each other and supporting each other. It's not about selling things. People aren't allowed to promote their garbage. It's all about supporting each other. So if you're in need of some community, accountability, and support in your digital nomad or remote work journey, then you're invited to join the Digital Nomads Forum. Thanks again for watching. Give me a like if you enjoyed this, a comment with your comments on this story, maybe your own story. And if you're watching on YouTube, I'd love if you could give me a subscribe. Thank you. Bye.